I fuck it, I just felt like doing that low key. Alright, we're up a fucking rack, boys. Well, 914, but I'm gonna call it a rack for the thumbnail or for the fucking title. I don't give a fuck. Right, we're gonna review the trade, look at the draw for tomorrow, and check news real quick. Actually, hold up. Okay, no news. That I care about. Okay. So, very recently I've been looking at more weekly profile theory. So I've been doing my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I've been trying to categorize it. What the fuck am I hearing? Yeah, so Monday we sold off, SMT, pump back up. Tuesday sold off, SMT, pump back up. It's like this fucking, we're just in this fucking choppy range. And I saw a video, and some guy was like, I hate fucking being in this range because it's just manipulation and we don't have a clear draw. True, but we can catch internal ranges. When we chop by this, it's efficient in terms of seeking internal liquidity. So the trade I made was, let's just get rid of this bullshit for a second. So head buy side. AM, I didn't like anything. I didn't take a trade in the AM. Now, I don't know if anyone watched my video yesterday, but if you did, you'll know that I've recently changed to NQ and ES, and I literally said I'm going to have bigger wins, bigger losses. This is a key example. Same rules, same fucking model, same everything. Just bigger wins, and I'm just not going to be a bitch about it. When I lose, yeah, I will lose. I'll lose like $300, $400. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, as long as my wins are bigger than my losses, it's seriously minor. So the trade I took was, we retraced my fucking posture down to this 5 minute, and you're probably thinking, just off this looks a bit fucking scuffed. But I'll explain why I took this. So first of all, we're generating so much liquidity. We have so much low resistance here, so I expect us to have a quick, efficient move here. This is obviously my true buy side level, and we have external buy side resting up here as well. Because remember, we've got this SMT, so we know price wants to pump. We retrace to the 5 minute, swiping sell side with an SMT. Notice how this low is all the way down here, and so this SMT here. So there's the manipulation, bang. What else do we need? Higher time frame. Okay, put them together. 5 minute fair value gap. Draw is bullish because we have this 4 hour. We're bouncing off with SMT. Push up. Haven't taken out the draw yet. Pull back. Low resistance. 5 minute fair value gap. Zoom in. Now, initially we were swiping these sell sides, and I was looking for opportunity, and I saw this big pump up, and I was like, nope, that isn't the move. This is not the play, because we were bouncing off the 5, but we created equal lows here, so no trade. Bang, swipe sell side. So there's two ways you could trade it this. The first one is, you could have waited for this. There's your market structure shift. Wait for some sort of pullback, targeting the draw. I didn't like that. I zoomed into the 15 second. And I'll tell you why in a second. So here's the SMT. Sold side taken. Now, the reason I use the 15 second on the 1 minute is because the fractability of the market, right, basically means everything on the 4-hour model wise and the 15 second should be the exact same. So, for example, if you have a long model, because if you come down, swept sell side, SMT, for example, this exact chart, say this was a 4-hour, yeah, this whole structure would work. Okay, I kind of missed my point about the 15 second. I just want to scratch that. I'll come back to that in a second. One thing I want to add to why this trade wasn't amazing is because the time. It was 5 p.m. for me. I'd just come back from a workshop at uni. Realistically, if I'm being 100% accountable, I probably shouldn't even been looking at the charts. It literally just so happened that I was on the charts when this presented itself. So I was like, why the fuck not? And I hadn't taken a trade for the day, so I was like, I'll take a trade, I'll take a stab, I like the model. So you swipe sell side. Okay, let me explain why I didn't use the 1 minute. So when we're here, and we have this push up, we have this sweep and this manipulation, note how there was an internal SMT here as well. What the fuck? The reason I chose to not use the 1 minute is because I think price is going to move quickly here. One, because we have all this low resistance. Two, we've just swept sell side with manipulation and internal manipulation, and we're in a 5 minute fair value gap. So it's everything I even need. I don't need to necessarily see a 1 minute market structure shift because there's so much confluence around this area anyway. I just need some sort of model that I have an opportunity to long in. So once we had this SMT and I saw this big bounce up in the 15 second, I think I initially classed this as my change in state of delivery, but like low-key it's all the same. This was my market structure shift here. And then once I see us run through this fair value gap, I'm initially a bit cautious. Then I see us hold this one down here and push up. I'm like, okay, if we're bearish here, the fact this held, this didn't, we should sell off more. ES was starting to pump. I was like, yeah, I'm just going to add one con here. So I added a con here. My stop was initially at this low. I was initially targeting a 1 to 2 for my first PT. And then final PT was buy side here. Came down, came back up. I was like, okay, jaw's still higher. Add another contract. So I'm in 2 contracts here on full size NQ. First DP is at 1 to 2R or whatever it was. Then I'm moving my stop to BE. But as we were displacing up, I was moving my stop and trailing it. And the final DP was buy side. And look how efficient price is here. Look how it wasn't necessarily a prediction, but I knew the market was going to move with this much volume. When we have this much fucking low resistance like this, I really expect that to be a push up. And okay, say you didn't use the 15 second, you only sticking to the 1 minute. Bang, there's your 1 minute market structure shift. Right? Have we taken out the external jaw? Because this is all low resistance. None of this I actually care about apart from this. No, I haven't. Okay, pull back. Touching a 1 minute. I didn't take this trade, but this is what I would be looking for if I was trading the 1 minute model. Market structure shift. I want to see realistically a pullback to discount or this, but I'm still observing everything. And this is this low resistance here, yeah, with this buy side being internal, is the exact same as, that's a bad example, as this here. This low resistance with buy side. So when you see this, yeah, here, it's just a repeat of this on a smaller time frame. And you know the jaw's higher because you've had this 1 minute market structure shift bouncing off the 5 SMT. You know the jaw's going to be this high. There isn't, you think about it like this. If I was taking a short, right, I would need this high to be swept. I don't give a fuck about these little internal levels. Bear in mind they weren't even swept anyway. Why, when we sweep this little 1 minute high, would I suddenly want to go short? I wouldn't. Because of all this shit, right? So I'm still bullish. We trace down to the 1 minute. Let's see if there was actually an entry you could have taken. So again, what do we need? Sell side to be swept. There, bouncing off a bigger time frame. We're bouncing off it. And then the market structure shift. Bang, market structure shift. Pull back. Here, your long would be something like this, targeting firstly internal. I'd either have my stop here or potentially here, depending on how risky and how much you have to risk, and then obviously targeting external as well, which is why you were taking the trade in the first place, because of this model. I just want to see if there was an SMT here. Doesn't look like there was, no. But basically, my point is you can use any time frame as long as it aligns with the overall bias. So I knew that we're going to be long here. So I chose to scalp the 15-second here to this high. I didn't bother leaving any runners. Realistically, I should have, right? But because I'm using full NQ now, not micro, I only need, 2-3 contracts with not many points to make like a band like I did today. Okay, in the future, yeah, when I'm down to, start having like 5k days, 6k days, I will leave runners and shit. But for where I am right now, I'm perfectly fine with taking what I'm confident in. I also just stepped away. I didn't want to make any more money, didn't want to give any money back. But then you would change the time frame. Bang, I'm on the 1 minute now. So my 15-second scalps worked, and we've had a market structure shift. Then you'd stay on the 1 minute, pull back, same thing again, sell side sweat, market structure shift, 15-second, bang, buy. Again, this would have been probably another 900 if I took that trade, but yeah, I wasn't. Again, like, it's fucking 6:20 at night, so I wasn't really in it's improbable conditions. It was kind of low-key breaking my rules trading at this time. And you know what? Potentially this time it might have worked out in my favour. And next time when I trade at 5 or 6 p.m, it might not work in my favour. But at the moment, from my data, which is as of today, pretty much, okay, the algorithm and the model still works later on in my PM session. I took a good trade. I applied good risk. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter that this wasn't at 2 p.m. Also, another thing, Justin Werlin always says, well, he said before, yeah, he's done trades longing overnight because it's been an amazing setup, and it's been like 12 o'clock at night for him, or 11 o'clock at night. And he's like, I might put an overnight position in because this model looks so good. Time, in terms of when market opens, is really good for volume and volatility, because that's when there's going to be the most manipulation, right? The algorithm's still going to always be running. Like, it's still going to be doing its thing. So if you can catch those moves and apply, so for example, if I was using micro NQ here, I would have made like $200. But because I'm optimizing recently how much money I'm going to make, I'm using full size and proper NQ. So I made more money than, I would have made previously. So I'm happy with taking those small scalp trades instead of leaving huge runners. Like, realistically, if I would have left runners, this would have made like 5 bands. So not bothered about that. I'm taking what's given to me, and I'm taking what I'm confident with. But yeah, that was the trade. Happy with it. That's one of my biggest days, actually, just on one account. Let's go into the draw for tomorrow. I want to look at this daily, actually, and see what's going on. So this is Tuesday. So Monday opened up. Tuesday we've taken the high. What's the weekly time frame saying? Weekly time frame is still in the fair value gap. So until we close above this, we can still sell off, essentially. But here's resting buy side if we break through that imbalance. It does look like we're drawing towards this buy side level as well. Draw in your sell sides, draw in your buy sides. Actually, I'm gonna label this. Actually, I'm not, because I know we're in it. Okay, for our time frame on NQ. So we've now come up and swept this high. Notice all this liquidity being generated. This is exactly what I traded earlier on a bigger time frame. This, right? Okay, this low. Where are people putting their stops? They don't know. They literally don't know. But people are putting their stops here, people are putting their stops here, people are putting their stops here. there's such a range of stops spread out between such a small area that the whole area becomes, if you know supply and demand, it becomes less resistance. Basically meaning I expect all this to get run at the exact same time. So it is weird when SMTs come into play in a low resistance liquidity run, because that is actually significant. But yeah, until that happens, I'm not gonna fucking worry about talking about that. Anyway, where we are in price, buy side's just been swept. See, look at all these lows here. I just expect all of this to get ran. This would be my sell side level I'm concerned about here. So buy side's just been ran. Now, if this was a 5 minute, also no internal's been ran as well. If this was a 5 minute and I saw this, I'd be like, buy side's been swept. Are there any SMTs for 1? But I'll do that in a second. But if they have, yeah, there's no bigger time frame balance. Okay, there is a big time frame balance, right? I need to see market structure shift and displacement back down to validate that this is the draw. Right now, we could just like rebalance a bit, chop a bit, and then just expand up to the draw, which I think is in a weekly time frame. So we don't know right now. It's basically what I'm trying to say. Going down the time frame onto the 15 minute now. Getting a bit more of a picture. Buy side swept. This is my internal buy side. So that can also get swept, and then we can head lower. We are in a 15 minute fair value gap here, and we've just swept a small amount of sell side. So if these buy sides weren't taken, this is a nice long model, because we're in a high time frame balance. We've just swept liquidity, but the fact these buy side levels have been taken makes everything less probable for longs. If I was looking for a long here, sell side taken, see what the 1 minute's saying. 1 minute, there's no clear market structure shift. I don't like this, because that's not a swing. If anything, this would be a market structure shift, but this isn't enough displacement for me. So my draw going into tomorrow, market opens, fuck me, we got bear time. I guess it is only 9:40. So this is when I'll start trading here at 8. What I'll be looking for is 1, is this 15 minute holding. I think, yeah, that this, all these equal lows down here and all this low resistance is the draw in a bigger time frame, but in a smaller time frame, the sell side I'm concerned about is this. And potentially this as well. But looking at price right now, yes, we've swept buy side, rebalancing. This 15 minute holds, yeah, we're still fucking bullish. Until we break below this, I don't give a fuck about looking for shorts, unless we have a clean market structure shift to the downside, which we do not have. So we could potentially come down and sweep this sell side, and then maybe have a buy model to the upside, something like, obviously that's not related to time, but something like this. Looks a bit scuffed, and come up this way, or we could just displace through this level, pull back to this 15 minute inverse, sweep liquidity, market structure shift, and then sell off, and potentially sell off for the rest of the day. Also Wednesday, we're going to be careful for the midweek reversal. Speaking of weekly profiles, but where we are now, buy side's been swept. I think with SMTs as well. Let's just pull up ES here. ES, we're extremely close to all-time highs. Here's my buy side. So yes, we do have an SMT here, which is actually very fucking important, because that could be the narrative on a bigger time frame of the manipulation leg. So you have the SMT here. I'm gonna draw in my relevant buy side. Here's sell side. Here's sell side. So we have the SMT. Also in and in hourly imbalance, yes, we broke above it, but then SMT, but then sold off back inside of it. So I might have a bearish here. Drop down to the 15-minute. It's my buy side, which is this buy side. And then this buy side is this buy side. And then sell side has just been taken a tiny bit there. And we're also in this 15-minute fair value gap. So pretty much similar structure currently on both of them, apart from NQ's pumped up to buy side and manipulated, ES is lagging behind. So what do I expect going into tomorrow? Pretty much the same thing. We might manipulate here and then work our way back up to the highs. Or we could see a sell off, some sort of displacement, pullback, market structure shift, and then sell off down to sell side. If it was a Wednesday midweek reversal profile, we'd have to manipulate at the high and sell off because we've been bullish on Monday and Tuesday. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. A little bit of a weirder video, to be fair, but I also didn't get my TikTok out. Fucking terrible excuse, but I got woken up in the middle of the night by my skylight by this torrential rain, so I got up in the middle of the night to close it, and all my shit was wet. And I couldn't really sleep, and I didn't get up on time. And I was supposed to do a TikTok filming my day-to-day life of what I do and shit, and I just ruined it. So tomorrow I will film that TikTok, and try and like get some more content out. But yeah, pretty good day. Journaling was good. Gym was good. Uni was good. Did lots of shit on blockchain and crypto. I need to diverse my portfolio a bit and get more in the crypto space, because I know bare about it. I mean, I'm never going to trade it, but in terms of the technology, I'm pretty up to date on it. So yeah, I'll see if I can integrate it as well into. I've got a few business ideas for it. But anyway, looking at the bigger time frame now as we leave. Buy side swap to SMT. Do we want to come up and manipulate one more time at the highs, or are we just going to dump? That's the question. I'm not trying to predict, I'm trying to observe. And yeah, that's everything. Yeah, I will. Same shit again tomorrow, innit? Consistency. But yeah, hard.